idea for a performance where I give birth here on stage. You can purchase advance tickets and then you'll be on call. We're gonna have a good old-fashioned phone tree. Do you remember phone trees?
Yeah.
And then when I go into labor, the audience will assemble here at the theater and I will do it for you. Well, for the baby and me, but you can watch. I had planned to do this performance when I was pregnant with my daughter, but she tried to come out of my asshole instead of my vagina, like babies are supposed to, so I had to perform at the hospital instead. And in those long, grueling hours of the night when she was crowning out of my ass, I thought to myself, oh, now I get how women die in childbirth. I didn't die in childbirth, but it turns out I am going to die. Or, as my girlfriend, who isn't my girlfriend anymore, who is supposed to be my girlfriend right now and sit out there in the audience with you and be really encouraging, she doesn't say it turns out. She says, actually. Actually, I'm going to die and it turns out she's not here. Well, let's see who is here. Everything I've got, the Facebook event page. Elvis Parsley.
Elvis Parsley, are you here? Chelsea licked a woman. Chelsea, are you in the house? Amy Youngs? Amy?
I have an idea for a performance where I show you pictures of everything that I would show my girlfriend if I had one.
What is that?
That's the quiche I made. These two strawberries were in the same box of strawberries that I purchased at Fruit King. You can see they have a really unusual shape. Oh no, not that one. And this Canada goose was walking across the highway, all by itself. Just walking across the highway.
Why?
Music, please. I have an idea for a performance where I organize a press conference for the breakup with my girlfriend. Clear the air, get it all out there in the open. I'll write a press release and invite the media.
don't cry.
Testimony will be given, statements made, questions addressed, perhaps a photo opportunity. The stickiest questions will be handled by my publicist. Questions. Why don't you talk to your sister? Who's buying you all those designer clothes? How did you get pregnant? I have an idea for a performance working with sperm donor audio interviews that I've downloaded from online sperm banks. I've been working on this project for 3 years now. I hope I get to finish it, because the grant report is due.
My parents taught me to be responsible and to work really hard, to make my own money and not depend on other people. They taught me to think for myself, make my own decisions.
Well, I admire different people for different characteristics, but as far as a whole person, perhaps, it's been a while, but the late Russian President Gorbachev, in his efforts to bring his country into the Western world and that sort of thing. So.
Donor 0834.
Most free time, I prefer to be by myself, whether it's reading or working on something on my, like my personal growth type thing.
Well, for my 30th birthday, my wife was my date. She wasn't my wife back then. It was my first date with her. All my friends were also there, and they got to meet her for the first time. And it was nice. Of course, we ended up getting married, which was even nicer.
I had a rabbit as a pet. His name was Harvey. He was gray. And he used to get out of his cage all the time and go hide under the bed. And I'd have to go fish him out.
Donor 2724 on if he had to choose a different career.
If I could choose a different career, I would probably be a veterinarian. My daughter loves animals. My wife hates animals. So we really don't have many animals, but it's kind of intriguing to see my daughter interact with animals, being that my wife has so much fear and my daughter doesn't. So it'd be kind of cool.
Do you think that someone who looked at your donor profile, including all the information on it, would get a good picture of what kind of person you are?
Probably not.
My neighbors are particularly curious about my daughter's conception. They've never seen me with a man. I happen to be a Gold Star lesbian. I am. Assuming you don't count getting raped, right? Does that count? If getting raped doesn't count, then I'm Gold Star. And I have this idea for performance where at last I lose my Gold Star status. I will conduct interviews to find the right man to deflower me. I want him to be very average. Is that hard to find? I've never looked for a man before. And when I find him, we will fuck in front of you.